So here we are, term 6 of your level 1 award, which is actually the first term and the introductory term for your major project. So everything that you've learned and all the skills you've developed up to this point in the course are all going to help you towards this final sustained project. Now, obviously the theme is jewellery, but actually the materials you use and the themes you explore are going to be much more open this time around. You've got way more freedom, and now you should have the confidence in your own abilities to be able to explore that a little bit more. For this entire project from this point on now, you won't be filling in anything on the workbook. So the resources that have come to you will be called guidebooks. So within those books is information and ideas for tasks for you to complete, but there's nothing to type onto that document, which means all of your work needs to be completed in a sketchbook. You might even want to buy a new sketchbook just for this project, because we're going to be focused solely on this for the next 5 terms. So there's going to be a lot of content and a lot of work all within one sketchbook. You should already as well have built up a lot of materials and tools that you're familiar with and that you enjoy using. Those are going to be, for this term, pretty much all you need in terms of resources. We aren't going to be doing anything in terms of practical, that's going to come later. So we're working through the design cycle over the next 5 terms, which means that on each area of the design circle, we're going to be spending a lot of time focusing just on that particular topic. So this term is all about research. Now, you probably have used the internet quite a lot up until this point to help you with your research. You may want to buy some books, magazines, anything that's relevant to the design context that you're going to explore a little bit later on. But you don't need to make any decisions about that before you start. It's just something to bear in mind. Rather than working from a screen all the time, you might prefer to work from books as well. Now, as you're probably already aware, you don't have to complete every task in the way that I tell you to in the guidebook. It is a guidebook, it's there for guidance. There is no black and white, there's no right or wrong way of completing a sketchbook. What I do want you to do is to explore a lot of resources, explore a lot of ideas and complete research from a range of resources, which is why I've suggested some tasks for you. But I would consider this as a starting point, and if you want to go above and beyond, then that's fantastic, and I would certainly encourage you to do that. Before you get too heavily involved in the research, you might want to think about how you're going to present your sketchbook. By now you should have developed your own style a little bit and have a bit of a feel as to how you want your work to look. I really want to get a sense of your individuality and your creative style from looking at your sketchbook. The same could be said about how you upload your sketchbook to your photo gallery. Now, I know I've said it before, but I think PowerPoint is a really handy tool for uploading your sketchbook pages, because this is also going to allow you the opportunity to add on extra typed fonts if you wanted to. So if there's something that you perhaps missed out on a page, or you didn't have room to add on some annotation, by placing your photo of that page onto a PowerPoint slide, if you wanted to add more detail, you could. With PowerPoint as well, you probably know that there's an option for you to create a different design for your whole document. So again, that might help to establish a bit of a style and feel for your overall photo gallery. This is going to be a sustained project, and what I mean by that is that you're going to be working on it for a little while, which means that you need to choose topics and themes that are really going to interest you and engage you. Don't pick something without thinking it through too much and then find that you're bored with it within a couple of weeks. 5 terms is a long time to be working on one project, but by doing this, we're really going to be able to explore in depth, and you're going to be able to produce fantastic jewellery items. Now, at this stage, it doesn't matter that you haven't got a sense of direction of where you're going to go with your jewellery product. I don't want you to. I need you to keep your ideas open and your options open as well. So if you think, oh, I know exactly what I want to make at this stage, what you're going to find is that it's going to be really tricky to complete a sustained project, because you've already got a clear idea of what you think you want to do for your final product, and all the other ideas are just eliminated out, which is really going to make it difficult for exploring and investigating the task. So it's actually better if you don't have that sense of direction just yet. Above all, it's really important to have as much fun with this project as possible. And that's because your passion will show through in your end product. If you're enjoying what you're doing and putting yourself into it, then obviously your product is going to be better quality at the end of the project. Dare to be different and try and experiment with materials and techniques. You might come across an idea or a concept that no one has ever come across before, but you won't do that by playing safe all the time. Admittedly, when you're exploring new things, not everything will work and some things will, in your opinion, perhaps look wrong. Don't eliminate those pages from your sketchbook. I want to see your journey and see how you've progressed, and that all counts as evidence towards the assessment objectives as well. So even when something goes, in your mind, particularly wrong, make sure you include that work when you upload it to your photo gallery, because I'm really keen to see how you've got from A to B. Don't forget to check out our Pinterest page where we've pinned loads of ideas and visual research that are really going to help this term. We've also got a Facebook page which, if you're old enough to have an account, allows you to share your work with other students on the course and for them to share theirs with you, which might prove to be motivational and inspirational as well. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you do this term.